Well, good morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever this possibly will air, probably in the afternoon. Welcome to the Droids You Are Looking For podcast. Now, we've made some changes. It's been a busy week since Facebook gave us a good old fisting in the buckaroo asshole. But I finally found the podcast I was talking about the other day when I was driving home in such a fitted rage. I thought since we decided to take the weekend off to celebrate the holidays, I would go ahead and just air the podcast that I did record after all. So, and I also decided to put a little spin on everything and update the intro, and I had a fun time doing it. Mind you, my neighbors are asking questions why I had a giant pit in the backyard and I was kicking things into it while reenacting 300. That's just for me. But give this podcast a listen. Just a little bit of a warning. I was pretty irate, so there will be a lot of swearing, C-bombs, you name it. I probably said it in my ultimate rage. But the positive note is that we are now accessible on Facebook, Twitter, and now G+. We are not giving up. We know we have a loyal fan base, and we are not going to give up, guys. So please continue to give us your support, and we will continue to grow. The next step that we need to go, which I'm sure you're aware, is to have our own webpage. So stay tuned, enjoy your chimichanga, and enjoy the funny ride of me driving home. I think it was pretty funny.
Welcome to the Droids You Are Looking For Canada, on Facebook, on Twitter, now on G+, and the podcast starts now.
This is blasphemy! This is madness!
This is Droid Talk!
Well, hello everybody. Your favorite pal and DJ, you call me DJ, or podcast host, Mr. J is coming to you live from his car. I'm doing something different. I got about, I'd say 40 minutes to kill before I get home. Coming back from Monster Jam out in Hamilton at Cops Coliseum, or Niagara First Nation, I don't know. Whatever the name of the fucking bank is called in the area. It was pretty cool. Now I know what it looks like to see a drive shaft snap into two, especially on a monster truck. So that has been experienced. So with that said, let's get on to the reason for why I'm recording this, because really I'm wasting a lot of dead air just bitching to myself. Yes, I look crazy when I'm driving because I talk to myself. I'll be the first one to admit it. That's fine. No judgment. But I think that it's not fair what's happening right now, and I don't know if this is going to be covered on the weekend's podcast tomorrow, where this could be aired on Monday. I haven't really decided if I'm going to air this specific podcast or me ranting into my cell phone. I think that I'm a little pissed off. I'm going to tell you why I'm pissed off, and then you guys get to hear about it once on this recording, or you hear about it twice, including the podcast we're going to do tomorrow. Because I tell you, I'm kind of pissed off at Mark Zuckerberg. Guy with a fucking ridiculous last fucking name. Fucking Zuckerberg. It's like Zach Galifianakis. I can't even say that guy's fucking name. What makes you think I want to learn fucking Facebook CEO's last fucking name? You know, I understand it. He's a genius. He created a company that you can actually sit there and stalk somebody without even being noticed, and having the ability for no one to know this and no police to be involved. That's smart. Now, it makes me wonder what his intentions was when he created Facebook, because I tell you, I'm starting to think that his intentions were to fuck Facebook and to fuck everyone that built something off of it. Yes, if you're talking about the new limitations on fan reach and liking, yeah, we're going to talk about that for a few minutes as I'm driving home. Bottom line is this: you fucking donkey dick. You just cost me a lot of my fucking time. I understand that there is pages out there that utilize Facebook for bad services, such as sex, such as nudity, such as, looking up child porn. I don't know what the hell else they use Facebook for. But I tell you, the little business that I created in December of 2012, which was born on Facebook, is now being raped because you feel that you are not getting enough money. Wait a minute. Let's ask ourselves this question. He feels that he's not getting enough money. Didn't he get a fucking movie about creating Facebook and the social network? You know what? I didn't see your shitty little movie, but I tell you, I might just watch it now. So I understand why you are fisting me in the ass with a hand with razor blades stuck into them. What, are you gonna call yourself Asserine? You're the mixture of an asshole and Wolverine? Like, I am fucking pissed right off about this. Because you know what? I may not have been tracking a huge crowd on Facebook, but I tell you what I was tracking is that I was getting a crowd, I was making progress on our podcasts, and now I don't have that. So, why should I use your service? You can go on about how it's not fair that people get to use your services to promote their businesses, but hey, you're the one who created this. Maybe in the long term you should have sat there and thought to yourself, maybe businesses will want to use this one day, and then gradually build them into this. Nope. You gotta go fucking nerf me so goddamn fucking bad that now I can't get anyone to look at me even if I was riding a fucking donkey. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. 1% viewing? So I have a crowd of 15,600 people. So possibly 156 people at any given time will see my Facebook unless they have activated all their fucking news feeds to look at my shit. Yeah. Fucking here. You see this? This is me wearing my motherfucking happy hat is what is happening right now. I am fucking livid pissed off. Because you know what? Facebook, I will thank you because you inspired me to build my fucking page, and a couple of people along the way, some other pages who gave me the, maybe you should try this on your own and see what happens. You know what? I did it. I won't say I became successful, but I exceeded a lot of people's expectations, and I pissed a lot of people off along the way, and that's fine, because when it comes down to business, Mark Zuckerberg knows better than anyone else, you have to piss on some people on their way. Like, look at Tom from MySpace. He got pissed on, did he not? He built an empire on the same type of concept. It just wasn't as user-friendly. You know what happened? MySpace is still there, but it'll never reach the accolade that Facebook did. Nor will Twitter. Even Twitter, I still don't understand that shit. I use Twitter, but I don't understand it because it's not user-friendly. Because there's like hashtags and @ symbols and donkey dicks. Fine, I get that point that, it wants to be different, do its own thing, but now Facebook's like, let's use hashtags in ours. Like, listen, Zuckerberg, how about this? I got an idea. Just an idea. Why don't you do something smart and build a business plan package for your companies that will use Facebook to advertise their shit? What? Is that my head exploding? It is exploding, because that would make fucking sense. No, we want you to pay for a fucking boost plan so you can boost specific posts or put yourself in the advertisement scheme. Why the fuck do I want to advertise my page that you're probably not going to be able to see anyways? That doesn't make sense. And plus, they've proven it on multiple occasions why you had these share-for-share groups to begin with, which helped boost a lot of people's pages, is because the organic reach does not work. They are fake likes. They are fake views. They make you believe that this is happening when it's really not. So why would I want to drop my money into it? Yeah, sure. I did a campaign once for, I think, $10 or $8 over X amount of days. So it wasn't many at all. But I did it because I know what it's like. And you know what I got out of that time? 40 fucking likes. So let me understand this correctly. Why in God's name would I pay you X amount of fucking dollars to do something I could do for free? Oh, now I have to do it because you're a fucking donkey dick and you wanted to take that away from me. Now I can't have that ability. But you know what? You're not even allowing my page to grow on its own. Even if you took away the ability of doing a share-for-share group, which you can just fucking nerf on your own. Like me, look up Share for Share as a group. You'll find hundreds of these things. Nerf the group. Don't nerf the pages, nerf the group. That makes sense to me. You don't want people to cheat. I get that. Let's be fair though. 1%? That's not even fair. 5%? I would bitch over 5%, but I would be grateful. Because 5% I can still work with. But 1%? What the fuck? What if people are actually using Facebook as a platform to build businesses to make money? You just took that away from them. Completely. You've just raped them. Right now. You just tore their asses open. You left them on the side of the highway, let them bleed out of their ass to death. That's what you did. I apologize to our listeners. I'm not normally this vocal, but I am really pissed off right now over this. And that's only the first speed bump on the fucking road. Because then, some dickhole in Texas is now trying to sue the concept of podcasting. What the fuck are you doing, man? Oh, we have a patent from a long time ago before podcast was big, blah, blah, blah. And now it's turned to something big. So now what we gotta start suing everyone we can find. But, you know what? I don't like Adam Carolla. Bring out Adam Carolla. Let's start suing him. What the fuck is going on here? It is our fault. When you think about it, it's absolutely our fault. We have allowed ourselves to sue each other over the most frivolous shit in the world. And it starts back to the infamous McDonald's story. And let me tell you about the McDonald's story, which I know some of you know. But do you honestly know all the facts of the McDonald's story? Do you? Because you know what? I thought I did. And then I actually sat there and I watched this documentary. And my motherfucking mind was blown. The broad, driving a Neon, I think it was a Neon, bought a coffee from McDonald's. Now, McDonald's serves their coffee hot. Weird, huh? That's so fucked up that you'd have to get a hot coffee. But she was mad because her car is not equipped. And I liked how they put this in the documentary to make herself look like a good guy. I still thought she was a jackass. Her car was not equipped enough for cup holders. What? So, she puts the coffee between her legs. And she gets burned. Okay, I understand. She is an old lady and just had her vagina caught on fire from boiling hot coffee that she ordered from McDonald's. Of course McDonald's looked at her and said, "You're fucking crazy, dude. You don't even make sense. So let me get this straight. You put a hot, steaming cup of coffee between your legs, hit a speed bump, burned yourself, and you want me to pay for it?" And the only reason why McDonald's lost is because it was a couple degrees hotter than an average coffee? Okay, I can understand. If she bought the coffee, and as they were handing it to her, the coffee spilt open and burned her, that makes sense. Mistakes happen, whatever. I get that part. But she rightfully, knowingly put the coffee between her legs and burned herself. And that started the many beginnings of frivolous lawsuits. And that's what podcasting has now become, a giant frivolous lawsuit that is being run by a pair of retarded clown shoes. I mean, the whole concept of it is a bunch of people who would probably never listen to a podcast in their life, who just like to make a quick buck, bought all these fucking patents, conveniently happen to buy a patent that somewhat relates itself to a fucking podcast, and now they're trying to sue people because they want to, as I listened to the interview, which I implore you to listen to, is an interview by Chris Hardwick on the Nerdist with Adam Carolla, because he is going to be the first victim of many victims, I am sure, of this whole podcast scheme. But the point I'm making is this, is that these little fuckers want to wet their beaks, as they put it, and I agree, that's what it is. It reminds me of The Godfather 2, when Corleone was making his own shit, and you had the one fucking guy who's like, "I want to wet my beak, it's not fair." You didn't fucking do anything, asshole. I can understand that if you help the situation, you help build podcasting, sure. You bought a fucking patent that you've had for so many goddamn years you probably forgot existed, and finally podcast has reached a level where it's making like national coverage on a lot of different things, like Mike's Garage about auto repair and like Susie's fucking homemaking course via podcast. Like, I mean, I see some podcasts about, I think they're subscribed to our page right now. There's about 2 girls and a glass of wine. Good for them. You know, if it's funny and they have fun doing it, I fucking vouch for them. Like, I mean, I'm not going to be anything less than that. Like, I mean, my podcast is going to be the most funniest shit you can hear, or sometimes could be the most serious. But no one who has never contributed to my shit is going to ask me for a cut of something I'm not even making to begin with. This is coming out of my own goddamn money. And if I decide to get a fucking sponsor one day, this asshole is still not going to get a cut of my money. I will fucking point blank shut down my page, close my operations before I let anyone else come try and wet their beak on my shit. I have a very fantastic crew who work with me on a daily basis on keeping the Facebook page, which is now irrelevant, updated at all times. Now I have a Twitter page that's making fantastic ground thanks to Andrew and myself. And the other admins have been helping out with writing reviews and putting up their own stuff they're finding. And now we're going to be coming into the whole balance of working on like maybe possibly partnering with someone in the future. We've also worked with other cosplayers to help promote their pages. This means shit. Oh, that even pisses me off now. Segue back to Facebook. Welcome back. Yeah. So if you're a cosplayer, bend over, you're about to get a fist in your ass because you won't be able to promote your page now. You have to sit there every day, painstakingly put up your own shit, and in the process make sure your friends and family share your shit. Otherwise, no one's going to see it. Yeah. What is the fucking point? Social media is a free service. It always was a free service. It's called Zuckerberg probably wants to buy a fucking island in the Caribbean and needs a couple extra dollars to buy the fucking island. I get it. Some people are making money off a free concept, and sometimes it pisses me off too. But you know what? This is a service I provided people. I can't be pissed off about it. I set the bar to be like this. If I didn't want to set the bar like this, I should have came out and said, hey, you know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys X amount of time to figure this shit out. He did do that. But no one believed him that he would nerf our pages down to 1%. Because that was extreme, which he did do. But he could have came back with a business plan. How about this? For $30 a month, I'll give you back your reach. You know what? As much as that would piss me off that I'd be paying $30 a month because I'm already dropping X amount of dollars to get the fucking podcast up every day, fine. I would work with the peers and I would build a business plan. Nope. We got to work on specific post elevation. We need to work on advertising. And you know what? I haven't even researched if these things change. Maybe there is a reach increase. I don't know. I still think it's unfair. I think people on Facebook have the ability to like something or not to like something. One thing I don't like is assholes who sit on my page go, I want to unlike myself on this page. Listen, it's not rocket science here. Not rocket science at all. So, if people don't want to see my content, feel free to unlike yourself on my page. I will not lose sleep over this. Like, it does bother me if I lose fans, but at the same time, though, if you're going to be a fucking negative Nancy, I don't want you on my goddamn fucking page where me and my admin spend all goddamn day trying to give you good quality content. So, no, I won't lose sleep over an asshole who wants to be an asshole. And if that includes Mark Zuckerberg, he can go fuck himself. And if he ever hears this podcast, which is extremely unlikely, but anything is possible in this world, hey, fix the reach or go fuck yourself. That's what I'm going to say. Because you know what? You are fucking people out of a meal ticket, is what you're doing. You may not see it right now, but you know what? You can just end up like MySpace any day of the week, pal. And then all those millions are gone. And long live fucking Twitter. The thing I hate the most in the world, which I seem to be making ground on, will probably get all of our business now. And it probably would move everything over if it was humanly possible. But, and also, and any of my fellow fans out there who do their own podcast, go to our page. We have at the top, and I'm going to leave it tagged up there on and off for the next couple days. Go sign the petition. What is happening right now is completely unfair. and we need this petition signed. So please, go and do this right now and sign this petition to have the reviews returned to us. And also, if you know someone out there that is being a dillhole over podcasting, punch them. Because you know what? I put a lot of goddamn time into our podcasting, and so does my admins. And I'd be fucking goddamn if someone takes that away from me. Thanks you for listening yet again. I appreciate everyone who listens to us, and I hope that this will all change. We'll go back to normal. We'll go back to work. And this is Mr. J thinking you guys should have a chimichanga and tell Zuckerberg to fuck off.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Thanks for listening to the Droids You Are Looking For podcast. Stay tuned for next week's podcast.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.